Good evening, everybody. It's Anna with Jonestead Farm. I'm out on my front deck tonight watching the sunset. It is a little bit hazy out through there. I believe the news said that we're still seeing the haze from those forest fires in Canada. I don't know when that's going to clear up. It does make for a pretty sunset. So tonight, while I'm sitting out here, I am going to be doing what is called chitting potatoes. And my stepdad, he raised me from the time I was 4 and a half. He was born in 1927. He farmed most of his life, especially growing up as a kid, teenager. That's what they did. That's what his family did. They had milk cows, beef cows, they had pigs, and they gardened. And when I was growing up, we always had a garden, and when it was time to plant the potatoes, my dad would say, "Let's go out to the garden, it's time to chit the potatoes." Now to me, when he said that, what my dad did was he would just grab a knife and he would grab a potato that looked like this, that has the little eyes grown out on it because that's what's going to become your plant. But everywhere you see a piece of that is where you're going to cut. And that is what my stepdad called chitting potatoes. So, try not to cut myself here. But everywhere, this is a rada knife. It is a peeling knife, so the blade, sharp part, is right here. It's small. It's really nice to handle when you're peeling or you're cutting something small. So, everywhere that there is one of those eyes that has grown out, because that's going to be your root, you cut that off. Now, what I am going to do is, now that I've cut that, I'm going to let these sit for about 24 hours, maybe even 48, and let that heal over a little bit. That is supposed to help with, once you put them in the ground, they're healed over, so it lessens the possibility of it getting diseased or mold or anything like that once you put it in the ground, depending on how wet your ground is. So this is going to be a nice piece. I will set that in the ground like this with these pointing up and mound up around it. This is the same potato. I can get 1, 2, 3, 4 more off of that. Now, the other definition of chitting potatoes that I have seen online is letting your potatoes sit to let the eyes grow out like this. So I don't know, my stepdad always, we'd go out to the garden, he had a knife, he didn't cut them and let them sit and heal over for a little bit. He cut them right there above the hole and he just dropped them in and then covered them up. But yeah, I'm going to cut this in half. And my potatoes, yes, are a little wrinkly. They've been sitting, but that has not deterred my potatoes at all from growing this year, because the first ones I put in look just like this. So here's another one. I could cut that again if I wanted to, but I'm not going to, because there's plenty more on this potato. So I've cut it again. Here's another piece. This is the way I'll set it in the ground. Here's my other piece. It's got that on it. Now these are russet potatoes. I originally got these potatoes, I'm going to say 2 years ago. I picked up a bag of what they call seed potatoes at Rural King. And the seed potatoes are just small potatoes that have the sprouts on them. They're usually whole, they're small. But these are my potatoes. I have grown from that one bag that I got at Rural King. I have been able to get 2 seasons out of. Planted them that first year, dug up those potatoes, ate some, saved some. Those that I saved, I put in a bucket, I put in the house. They sprouted starting really early spring and just sprouted right there in the bucket. But I love that because I know that my potatoes, I'll show you they have not had anything at all sprayed on them whatsoever. I know these are perfectly pesticide-free potatoes. And I love that because from my understanding, potatoes are sprayed with a lot, many different kinds of pesticides. This will be my 3rd year for these. This one has gone crazy. And I hope to be able to continue to be able to use my own potatoes that I know I have not sprayed anything on year after year. Once these go in the ground and they're ready, I will pull them up, dig them up, and I will save some back, the smaller ones, in a bucket, just like I did that 1st year, to be able to use next year. Look at this potato. It's already sprouting little tiny potatoes on it. Oh my goodness. You see how long these are? You know, they've been sitting in the bucket for a little while. They are ready to go in the ground. I may not even have to plant these if they're going to go ahead and just grow little potatoes. So I cut that potato down like this. It's got the little potatoes on it. So I will set that end on the ground, set these up. Those little potatoes, oh my gosh. How are you guys liking that sunset? Sure is pretty. And here's another potato. Boy, it's going. Now, can you use store-bought potatoes? Yes, you can. If you have potatoes sitting in your kitchen that have the eyes have started to sprout a little bit, you can plant the whole thing, or you can cut it up to make more than one plant. Potatoes are pretty easy to grow. You can put soil in a bag, you can put soil in a box. I've seen people just put soil in a laundry basket and set it outside and put the potatoes down in it, and they'll grow pretty good for you. The store-bought ones, I believe they are sprayed with like a growth retardant to keep the eyes from popping up as quick as they can. But I have planted store-bought potatoes before and they've done fine. But these are a little bit better. They're quicker because they don't have that spray on them that retards the growth. And this one right here, I will just cut it right down the middle right here. I'll be cutting it right there. That'll give me 2 real nice ones with some good root system going on it. That'll be nice. So right here in my bowl, I have about 12 pieces. That will make 12 plants. I have these left to cut up, so there's no telling how many more I will be getting. So as a quick recap, this is what I grew up calling chitting potatoes with a CH. And you let a potato, the eyes sprout out, and then you can cut 1, 2, 3 different pieces. That'll make 3 plants off of your potato. Now I have my 3 pieces, and I will let these sit for 24, maybe 48 hours to heal over. That helps keep mildew and molding and any disease off of it, because it will harden a little bit. This won't be as white when you go to plant it. When you go to plant it, these you want to go up. I will plant this one like this for these to be up to grow out of the soil on that way. And this one, there's where I cut it. That's how I'm going to set it in the ground. And I have already planted potatoes. I think we planted ours in April this year, I think it was. So I am ready to go in and dig those out. And this will be my second planting of potatoes. And I will pull mine up out of the ground. I will not wash them, and I will take them into my little storage room to let them store and use as needed. You've probably seen enough chitting potatoes tonight. And my phone, the camera on my phone just does not do that sunset justice. The way I'm seeing the sun right now, it is neon orange right now. It's so pretty. I'm going to try to enlarge to see. It just kind of fades it out though. You can't see how orange that sun is. But it's so pretty. Okay guys, it's almost, sun's getting ready to go down here in just a little bit. I'm finished with those potatoes, and I will see you next time on Jonestead Farm.